It started like any other day at the bank, until a man walked in holding a check with $45,000.
At first glance, he seemed calm, confident. But the numbers didn't add up, and neither did his story.
He handed over a check, claiming it was payment from a construction deal. But the teller, trained to spot fraud, noticed something strange. The routing number was mismatched, the ink slightly off, and the check didn't scan correctly.
Hey, I'm Officer Flynn of the Brookhaven Police Department.
Yes, sir.
So, first, do you have any weapons or anything on you?
No, sir.
No, okay. So, the bank thinks that the check is a fraud. Is there anything you can tell me about the check?
No, sir. It's actually a check from my business partner.
Okay.
Been knowing the guy for years.
It's from your business partner?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you mind if I take notes when we talk?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, where am I pen?
And the check is a fraud.
No. They said that they think it might be fraud. So, we gotta investigate. Real quick, what's your first name? David? Okay. So you said the check was from who?
It was actually a property. It's Purdue Properties. It's a Porter Purdue Properties. It's the name of the business. Actually, the check was from my business partner. It's just for repairs, actually for property.
Okay. So you're saying the check was for him?
No, it's for us, for repairs for the property. Yes, sir. We plan to put the money into the property and be able to take out the equity out of it.
Were you clear on that?
Yeah.
83.
Yeah. Okay, so, sorry, I know we just discussed this, but
Yes, sir.
it's hard to keep track of some things sometimes. So, check was written to your business partner or to the group of you guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and who was the check from?
It was Jeremy Porter.
It was written to Jeremy Porter?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It was one of his close acquaintances. We were just at the property Monday.
And do you know who wrote the check? What business?
I don't know the name of the business.
Okay.
I don't know the name of the business. But we were all literally just there Monday. We were just there Tuesday.
What property was it for?
It was for a property. The property is 2550.
Well,
If the check isn't good, I've already started repairs on this property.
yeah, I understand.
Go ask her something real quick.
Okay. Do you have the physical check with you?
No, I did not bring it. No, sir.
Were you the one that deposited?
It was a direct deposit, yes. Just took a picture with all of us was together. Literally.
What did you deposit on your
On my phone, yeah. All of us was together.
Who's all of us?
Me and Jeremy and the other gentleman. We were all standing there together.
Is there a phone number for Jeremy? And then who was the other person that was with y'all?
That was his buddy. I forgot his real name. You know him with buddy. He's known me with me all the time.
Is he part of the business decision?
No. Well, just with this one. Because we kind of needed his help. We're at the steel.
Yeah.
Just with this one. But this is actually our first
You and the other guy?
No, this is Purdue's Properties. Our first endeavor.
Gotcha. So you guys were trying to flip houses?
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, there's money in it. It's just, I don't know if right now's the time, man. Market's starting to change direction.
But that's why actually what we're doing now is really more of investing and we'll keep the property. It's just taking out the equity.
Meanwhile, a backup officer spoke with the bank employee to gather more details, then returned to hear what the suspect had to say.
Who deposited this check? You have a combined bank account for your company with whoever Mr. Porter is?
No, I have my separate bank account and the business bank account.
Okay. Who is the Porter of Porter Purdue Properties?
That's Jeremy Porter, the
Okay.
business partner.
Okay. So which account was this check deposited into? Your
Business account.
the business account.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're the one that signed to this check?
Yes, sir. What exactly is the issue with the check that you gentlemen are
Well, one thing that we're looking at right now is I'm comparing. I would assume that you sign a lot of things being a business person, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So people tend to sign their signature the exact same
Yes,
way
sir.
every time, right?
Yes, sir.
And you know your signature is on your driver's license.
Yes, sir.
So I'm looking at your signature on your driver's license and I'm looking at the signature on the back of this check, and I can tell you that they don't look anything alike. They look completely different. So that's the first thing that stands out to me.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But a signature on a business check, is that really a problem? That's what I'm asking. What's the
So
problem?
that's not why we're here.
Okay.
That's just something that happened to stand out.
It's not like he's sitting in a bad check.
Who?
The gentleman we got it from. Because I've already spent money on the check. There's no way.
Who'd you get it from?
Buddy gave, the guy that was with Jeremy gave us the check. The only reason I met with them was to deposit the check. That was it. But
How well you know your business partner?
very well.
Yeah.
Very well. We both work at Delta Airlines. I've been there since 2011. He's been there since 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been there a long time.
Yeah. You got at least a decade together.
Yeah, we've been there a long time.
And then you guys decided to go into business
We
together.
decided to go to business together.
And then Buddy is who?
This is Jeremy friend. He's from Atlanta. I'm not from Atlanta.
And then so, what was the situation in which you got a check from Buddy for this property?
Well, the situation with that, we needed repairs to the property.
Yeah, I understand.
We needed repairs to a property, and we did not have the funds for the repairs for the property.
Okay.
Like you said, the market is amazing. If we can do these repairs, we'll have them come out and appraise, and we'll be able to pull out equity out of the property.
So who's Buddy?
Just Jeremy friend. Just a friend of his.
And then, so why? My question is, why is he writing your business a check?
Because in this property, he's in on it. He will be in on this property.
Gotcha.
Just because we need his help.
Okay. So I guess the objective was this is the first property that you guys are
This was the
doing,
first property
get
to
you
get
guys
our
on
thing on.
yeah.
The equity will get us another one.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Did you learn anything?
I did. Mr. Purdue.
Yes, sir.
So what did you say this gentleman's name is? Jeremy Porter?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We've been to the bank together. We work together.
I've been to this bank together?
Yes, sir.
How do you know Mr. Porter?
We work together.
Well, I see that, I mean, obviously you guys have a business together.
We work together. Delta Airlines. We have a job. Our first job is together.
Okay, so you know him from a
Yes,
previous
sir.
job?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long y'all known each other?
2011.
2011.
2011.
Did you explain to him why they called us?
Not yet.
That the check appeared to be fraud.
Yeah. So,
125. Okay,
all
fine.
right.
But
So,
I'm
all
sorry,
right,
there's no way
here's
this
the
is
thing.
fraud because this gentleman actually offered to meet us here with the check. The only reason we did was because it was closer
So-
to just do it over the phone.
The bank has been in contact with the company who is the holder of these checks.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So they have notified the bank that not only are they not familiar with your company, but that they have recently had checks stolen from their business, and that this specific check, 005185,
Yes, sir.
is written in their records to a completely different company. Okay? This check is fraudulent. All right?
Yes, sir.
So this is one of those things. I don't know if a police officer has ever told you this before, but this is one of those times where we know the answers to questions that we're asking you, seeing what you're going to tell us, and it would be in your best interest to be completely honest because that dictates which direction things go from here.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I'm asking you questions. You're giving me answers. I already know the answer. This check is fraudulent. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. The bank has been in contact with the company, this Community Construction Group.
Yes, sir.
And Community Construction Group, I had them ask very specifically if they were familiar with your company to see if there had been some sort of mix-up.
This is the first time.
And they're not. They're not familiar at all. The other thing that I find kind of odd is that, I know you said you've known Mr. Jeremy Porter since 2011. $45,000 is an awful lot of money to have a company bank account with a business partner who's not even on the bank account. I'm here to tell you, some of my closest friends in the world that I've known for 20 plus years, if our company was handling money like that, $45,000, you best believe that my name is going to be on that bank account as well. So just kind of odd that your company would be dealing with large sums of money to the tune of $45,000, but your name is the only name that's on the company business account.
Yes, sir.
Just something that's, again, kind of odd. So, you sure that there's no other information that you want to offer in reference to this check or anything like that?
Well, I really have nothing else. I do not know nothing else about the check.
Okay.
But as far as the situation with me and Jeremy Porter, we have two businesses. Like I said, we've known each other a long time.
Okay.
We also have a trucking business. The trucking business was what he wanted to pursue. It is 100% in his name.
Okay.
The property
If that's-
business, was it something totally different he
Again,
wanted to pursue?
if that's something, I'm I'm not saying you're lying.
Yes, sir.
What I'm saying is it just seems kind of odd.
And like I said, that was the reason that I personally had to deposit the check, because he couldn't come up and deposit it with my account. It was basically my account. So yes, I did meet him and we deposited the check. But I didn't think anything was wrong.
Y'all deposited the check
Together.
through the app.
Yes, together.
Right. Okay.
But I didn't think anything was wrong because I've used the money, already bought stuff with the money, and everything. So I didn't think anything was an issue. Okay.
That is what I learned. How long have you been in business?
This is a new business.
Okay.
This is a new business. The trucking business is 3 years old. This business is a year and a half.
A year and a half.
I want to say yes, a year and a half.
Okay. And
Year.
How long have you had the account?
Since June. Here in Navy Federal since June.
Okay. The business account has only been open for 3 months.
Okay. No, it's been longer than 3 months.
Remember just a minute ago when I told you sometimes I'll ask you a question that I already know the answer to? The business account has only been open for 3 months. He's the only one listed on the business.
Oh, I can't.
Again, whether or not that's their agreement between the two of them, I don't know. But
And then he's telling me that the check, he said that he deposited it, there was 3 of them there, and that the check was from a friend that he doesn't know. It's just a guy named Buddy.
That we've done business with before. We've told for him before and everything. Transported for him before.
and who does he work for? He works for the company on this check, or he's subcontracting you?
I'm honestly not 100%
Well,
sure.
see, therein lies one of the problems.
Yeah, I'm honestly not 100% sure.
So,
Yeah.
we'll be back with you in just a moment, okay?